I live in the community. I live up at the end of Snuffin Road up here by Eagleford Park. Estacada address, by the way. So I'm also the CPO chairman for the Eagle Creek Barton CPO. And thank you for taking this. I think Estacada, besides a few comments that were made earlier, I think Estacada is actually an improving town, and I like it. I like the direction it's going. The leadership seems to be well qualified. So as a CPO chairman, I was on a fire. I was on the Dowty Road fire, and the Public and Government Affairs lady, his name's Katie Wilson, asked for an update because she knew we lived out here in this Eagle Creek country. And so Friday morning, after the firemen had pulled out and shut us down, I had wrote a letter to Katie, and I was going to read that to the council. It said, Katie, all is much better today. However, yesterday, all of Clackamas Fire pulled off of every fire about 12:15, saying all fires were out of control, exclamation point. We all had to be out of harm's way, with a question mark. Once it was declared a disaster, the governor got her federal monies from FEMA. With this also took the coordinating efforts away from all fire departments in this area, including the forestry department. Our hand crews with our fire equipment, one dozer, has successfully contained the Eagle Creek Dowty Road fire from Dowty Road through Bonnie Lure Park to Folsom Road back to Highway 211/224. We had some help from Clackamas Fire and many locals. And I had to say, the fire department might know how to extinguish a structure fire. However, they know little about brush fire. I coordinated our efforts with the battalion chief, Burke Slater. After he had saw what we could accomplish with our crews, they began serving our needs towards controlling the fire on this side. We also had dozers and track hose on Kinsey Road, making fire trails around structures and properties. And that was, Clackamas Fire had contacted us with those needs. All of our heavy equipment was up at Fall Creek and Tumala Mountain Road yesterday, and that would have been on the 10th. Making fantastic progress to contain those fires when Clackamas Fire said, get out. We were all dumbfounded, question mark, there was no wind. Some media hype about the fire meeting coming together and causing a catastrophic event. Yes, this could have happened, but first we needed the wind, and that never transpired. We all stood down except for the locals who never gave up. All gallant efforts on this end is because the locals never gave up and ran for cover. Remarkable. Today the feds took over, waiting for orders, still waiting. Some of our logging equipment was up at Blue River. But we stayed trying to help locally. It seems like it's taking some time to get coordination in place. So this gave us time to help ourselves. So we own and run Pacific Forest Contractors here in Eagle Creek and have been in the industry of logging and road building for about 34 years. And I've educated this new generation of manpower that works for us on the proper ways to extinguish brush fires. Through the experiences in working on controlled burn and reacting in extreme events throughout the state has given us on-the-job training that most fire departments can't get. We feel that we're a great asset to the community and to our industrial partners, and we will continue to be service to whomever shall call for help. So we did get a call from neighbors in that Eagle Creek fire, and they did call for help. When I showed up there, there was no fire equipment. There was a house burning. That was on Tuesday. We worked till about 9:30 with us, and then the next morning, we went back out there on request from a neighbor. There was 2 fire apparatuses at the time, and the neighbor said they're not putting the fires out. Well, when I showed up, there were 4 of them sitting in a lawn chair with 2 fire engines. So this is the stuff that nobody hears about. There was a letter written in the Oregonian, and it did kind of tell the truth. And so we have been talking about how Clackamas Fire could best serve the community, and their lack of response, their lack of getting anything done, their lack of putting fire on the water and work in the rural areas that they have no idea even how to drive up the roads. I mean, it leaves us to believe that Clackamas Fire probably can't get the job done that we think. And certainly if it wasn't for the Youngbergs, I think we would have probably lost the southeast corner of Estacada. They kept fighting when all the firefighters ran out. And so, again, thank you for your time. I'd just like to share that with you, and I got another meeting, so thank you for taking my call.
We appreciate you, sir. Thank you. Are there any questions for Brent before he leaves us on here? No?